What's up, guys? So today I want to talk about trauma and how it's stored in the body. Have you ever felt or had that gut-wrenching feeling or felt tightness in your chest and couldn't explain why? Like your body remembered something even when your mind didn't, right? That's trauma stored in the body. And today we're going to explore why it happens, how it shows up, and most importantly, how we heal it. So let's talk about the science. Some of the world's top neuroscientists admit we don't fully understand why trauma lives in the body the way it does. But we do know this: the body keeps the score, not just the injuries, but emotions, memories, and energy. And when something overwhelms us physically, emotionally, or spiritually, we don't have the capacity or support to process it. Our body stores it for later. So why do we hold on to it? You can think of trauma like an emotional splinter. If we don't pull it out, it festers, right? Sometimes it gets buried so deep we don't even realize it's there. And it sticks because we were in fight or flight mode or freeze mode, right? Our nervous system was never fully reset. We lacked a safe space to feel, to express or release it. And so the body holds on to that moment, hoping that it'll be safe someday to let it go, right? So how does trauma show up in the body? It doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers. Signs can include chronic tension, tightness, in the shoulders, the fists, the gut, right? Digestive issues, fatigue, autoimmune systems, panic attacks, flashbacks without a clear trigger, emotional reactivity that feels disproportionate, feeling stuck, disconnected or dissociated. And sometimes it's just this lingering heaviness that you can't quite explain. So this is where we shift. Because healing trauma isn't about fixing the mind, it's about reconnecting to the body. So some powerful pathways forward that you can use to help heal. Number one would be somatic therapy, right? Really focusing on body awareness, breath or physical cues, and feeling into the tension, not around it, right? Another option would be psychedelic therapy, in particular ketamine, right? It allows the brain to rewire and safely revisit stored trauma. And that creates a space between memory, meaning we've attached to it. And then you can look into breath work and movement, right? Sometimes what the mind can't say, the body can express, through breath, dance, stretching, shaking, they all help unlock emotion. The other thing would be energy work, like Reiki or acupuncture, sound healing. Whether or not you believe in energy fields, many have found an emotional release after these practices. And another one of my personal favorites is AI integration tools. Tools like ChatGPT can help process post-session emotions. Using prompts like, what is my body trying to tell me? I'm feeling this. Where in my body do I feel stuck? You'd be really surprised at how quickly the layers can start to peel back. We want to learn to surrender to the process. Healing isn't linear. It's very much so a lifelong journey. And sometimes you're going to cry for something you can't remember. Sometimes you're going to feel peace you don't think you've earned. But just like our body stored it without our permission, it can also release without our full understanding. You don't have to explain it to heal it. You just have to feel safe enough to let go. So I say this often: it's not what you're going through, it's what you're flowing through, right? Life is gonna always flow. Stored trauma isn't a life sentence. It's your body saying, I've been holding this for you until you're ready. So if you're watching this, now you are. I appreciate you guys showing up, and I send you my love. I hope this was helpful. And if it was, please hit the like button, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you again soon.